Amigis, a lot of you might not know, but I used to work at a cancer center as of very recent. I spent a lot of years there and I learned so much about cancer, particularly breast cancer. And it would just not feel right if I didn't come on here and talk about October Breast Cancer Awareness Month, because breast cancer is the leading cause of cancer deaths in Hispanic women and Latinas. Having spoken to so many Latinas and seen firsthand how they could have been diagnosed earlier on had they just known. Had they known that at 40 you need to start mammograms, or if you have a family history, you should start much, much earlier. Had they known to even have those conversations with their families, right? Because in the Hispanic community, we have these cultural barriers where we don't talk about cancer. It's taboo. Had they known about clinical trials, even as someone who worked in the cancer center for years, I genuinely learned so much, but I was sad that a lot of that information wasn't readily available to a lot of Latinas or Hispanics. I mean, Amigis, my mother was in her late 40s, early 50s when she got her first mammogram. We didn't take her because we had no idea. And it's easier within Hispanic households where relatives do not speak English for these things to go unnoticed because you just don't know. But when you work in a cancer center and you speak to a lot of these people who are grieving, who are broken, who are hurt, that talk about their experiences, had they just known about early detection, about routine mammograms, their loved one would have been there. So Amigis, this is a reminder for you, to your moms, to your sisters, your grandmothers, whoever, that you need to start getting screened at the age of 40. And it needs to be an annual screening thereafter. Some people do it every 2 years. Speak to your doctor about that. It's important. But also, if you have a family history, and please start talking about family histories. If your mom or your dad have some history, cancer history outside of breast cancer, start documenting these things. And you need to start getting screened earlier on if breast cancer is a part of your family history. And I know a lot of people talk about insurance. There are a lot of organizations that will help you with a mammogram. We did an event for undocumented women. It brought in like 20 women throughout the city, and one of them was actually diagnosed with the nodule on that mammogram. And for those who aren't comfortable because they don't speak perfect English or English at all, you should be entitled to an interpreter free of charge. There are laws and commissions within these hospital systems that will provide you an interpreter, translator, whatever. So do not fear if it's a language barrier. And Amigis, the most important of all, please go to a reputable institution. And I know this is dependent on your insurance coverage, but sometimes if you fight your insurance, you can get permission to go there, or you can find organizations that can help you get there. But I can't tell you how important this is after hearing so many cases of women going to their community colleges who botched their treatment, their surgery, and now they've gone somewhere else for a second opinion, and it's delayed their treatment or their diagnosis or their options to treatment. Because where you start your cancer journey matters. In these institutions, ideally a comprehensive cancer center, you have more options to clinical trials should you ever need them, treatment options should you ever need them, diagnostics if you ever need them. I mean, it is really, really important, and they will help you throughout your entire journey. They have amazing multidisciplinary care. You can talk to a genetic counselor, you talk to radiation specialists that's focused just on breast cancer. So where you go, again, really matters, Amigis. And last thing, you are worthy of a second opinion. If you do not feel right, if wherever you went does not feel right to you, you can go get a second opinion. Please do it. Again, this is so important, and it is the difference between life or death. It really is, Amigis. Like, I can't stress how heartbreaking going through breast cancer is when it is too late. You never want to be left thinking, could I have done more for my loved one? Ever. That is not one thing you should ever regret.